We're live.
Good morning and welcome to the Pete Braley Show. This is show number 163. I'm Pete Braley along with my co-host, the executive producer, the show creator, and all-around great guy. That'd be my son, Matt.
What's up?
Oh.
No.
I didn't know if you were going to speak. I thought it was just a head bob.
How's it going?
How's it going?
It's a Thursday.
Yep, it is.
So, I mean, you don't get all the energy right off the bat.
It's a Friday for me, which I'll explain in a moment.
Oh, yeah, must be nice for those of us that work a full week.
I'm sorry. Studio dog Charlie with us this morning, staring out the window of the other side of the room, overlooking the ocean. He's used to all this
meditating.
Stuff. Yeah,
you know?
I guess.
It's just soaking in the morning thoughts.
Thank you for choosing us this morning and for checking in. Our goal is to start your day off on a positive note, so if you enjoy what we do, please be sure to hit the like button and subscribe. We're live weekdays on YouTube, and you can also find us on all of your favorite podcast apps. Coming up today, do you have a junk drawer? I think every house does, right? Or at least a place where you put your stuff. We'll talk about junk drawers today. What would you do? You do all the work, but the boss tries to take all the credit. I don't do that to you, do I?
All the time.
And a Brazilian woman who married herself has decided to divorce herself. I can't wait to dig into this one. All right, so we've got that and much more coming up today. Good morning. Welcome to the show. We had a little bit of snow yesterday. It was very pretty, but you were getting upset because it wasn't collecting.
They were really big snowflakes.
Yeah.
Really big snowflakes.
Huge.
So that normally would result in pretty good collection of snow. However, it was a little bit too warm, so really didn't collect all that much.
I was watching television, and you could see the reflection of the window. You could see the snow falling on a summer scene.
Yeah, big snowflakes.
Yeah.
Like, if it was cold enough, probably like a solid 4 to 6 inches, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
But no, it's not. It's that gross slush stuff now. And
it's that March snow where it's going to be 52 today. So whatever we have is gone.
But it'll be that gross brown slush that just like looks muddy in the yard and just makes your shoes and socks wet.
Oh, yeah.
You got to shovel it off, and it's gross.
Oh, well.
Either snow or don't snow.
Give me
Pick
spring.
one.
Give me spring. I keep telling Charlie spring's coming. Charlie's never experienced. He was born March of last year.
Yeah.
We got him in May. Yeah. So he's experienced a spring, but he's never experienced spring coming back, returning.
Yeah.
So
that's like, we've had some people say, like, does he like the beach? Like, how does he like the summer? And like, he was a pup.
He was a pup, yeah.
He was a young pup last summer, so.
He would go to the beach with us, and he would lay down in the shade provided by one of the chairs. But I don't know if he went in the water. I don't remember. He was small.
I think Trish said he like walked in it a little bit. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how the summer goes.
He does like to chase birds, so I can see him going after seagulls and what else do we have down there? Piping plovers or whatever.
Is that a thing?
It is.
Oh, okay.
It is. It's a big thing on Martha's Vineyard.
Oh.
Welcome to Thursday. It is March 10th. This is National Blueberry Popover Day. Popovers are fantastic. They are airy rolls that puff up when baked, popping over the edge of the tin. They are light and crispy on the outside, while the insides are warm and often hollow.
You know a Pop-Tart doesn't count, right?
No, this is not a Pop-Tart.
No, I know, but I've never seen you eat a Popover once in my life.
I have.
You're like, oh, they're so delicious.
It's a delicacy.
Pop-Tarts don't count there, buddy.
My blueberry Pop-Tarts are kind of like a reminder of the good stuff. Okay?
Are they?
It's a stretch.
I don't think it's even close, to be honest. I mean, nothing against Pop-Tarts, but
it's also
close to a Popover.
Yeah. It's also National Mario Day. It recognizes the iconic character from the popular video game. The character, known today as Mario, first appeared in 1981 in a game called Donkey Kong, made by Nintendo. Did you ever play Donkey Kong?
I don't believe so.
Yeah, that was big back in that day. It's National Pack Your Lunch Day. Save a few bucks. And it's also World Kidney Day. World Kidney Day. On the Datebook today, on this day in 1862, the U.S. issued the first paper money in the form of $5 bills. Then there was a 10, 20, 50, 100, 500, and a $1,000 note. Never seen one of those.
No.
No.
Must be worth a lot more now.
On this day in 1876, we had the first telephone call. Alexander Graham Bell says, "Mr. Watson, come here. I want to see you. to his assistant, Thomas Watson, who was in another room.
You can tell that they like just figured it out and they didn't have time to plan the first telephone call. I feel like if you knew it would be this monumental, you would plan it out. Maybe something epic or maybe a funny prank call. No, he chose that. So he probably just finished it and was like, we got to try it right now.
Well, if I remember right, he did he spill acid on himself or something? It was kind of like Watson, come here, I need you.
An emergency.
Yeah, yeah. So, maybe...
He was, I hope this thing works.
Yep. I need help. On this day in 1963, a young man by the name of Pete Rose debuted with Cincinnati at spring training in Tampa. He got 2 hits in his first at-bats. Willard Scott becomes the weather forecaster on the Today Show on this day in 1980. No, I'm not forgetting to call him a meteorologist. He was not. He was a TV host.
Oh.
And they said, hey, do the weather. And he was like, okay. On this day in 1888, an avalanche at the Swiss ski resort Klosters nearly killed Prince Charles. On this day in 1997, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, starring Sarah Michelle Gellar, premiered on the WB. Never saw an episode. And on this day in 2020, the Russian lower house of parliament passes legislation to allow Vladimir Putin to hold the office of president for life. I wonder...
What a mistake.
I wonder if they had a choice. Birthdays today, quite a few. Chuck Norris is 82. Sharon Stone, 64. CBS's Fox, right? The football sideline reporter. Pam Oliver, 61. Football's Rod Woodson is 57. Actor John Hamm is 51. NASCAR's Matt Kenseth is 50. Carrie Underwood is 39. What a career. Tuukka Rask is 35. And Emily Osment is 30. All right, who do we have in the chats? By the way, I did want to say about the chats.
Okay.
I noticed right when we get started, Gary was the first one in the chats.
He was.
And he said, morning, gents.
Morning, gents, yeah.
And it got me thinking how everybody has their own...
Like hello.
Yeah.
Like good morning.
Their own things. So maybe someday you should quiz me. All right, who said vertical coffee?
Well, that one's obvious.
Yeah.
It's obviously Dana.
Who said good morning, squad?
Yeah, Diane. Yeah. What up? Everybody's here. What's up? Good morning. Mia says, was there snow in Mass yesterday? We got a few inches in PA. Yes. Not good snow, though.
Well,
disappointing snow is what it was. Gary said, there was plenty of snow. I enjoyed it outside at Gillette at a soccer game. Great fun. The Revs played last night.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
They won, too, right?
Justin said, because Gary said it was cold but worth it. And Justin said, I even got Matt to watch. I did watch it. It was a great game. I'm not going to get hyped. I don't think I've earned it yet to get hyped over the game.
Okay.
I don't want to be a fake fan out here.
Oh, no.
I need to earn my place.
Yep.
So I observe. I enjoy it. I cheer on the goals. But I'm not going to be someone that's like, our Revs team is nasty this year. I haven't
rocking
earned
the
it.
hat,
haven't
and the
earned
shirt,
it yet.
jacket.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
I'm just observing, earning my way in. But I am a footy fan.
You is that what it's called?
I don't know.
I'm
new to this.
Are you appreciating? Because I've been told over the years, but it's how the defense works, and it's how this. Yeah.
I told you yesterday, 0-0 game was phenomenal.
Oh, right.
Very
and
intense.
whoever thought you'd say that,
right?
Whoever because we're from that society of 0-0, stupid game.
Yeah. But I'm getting into soccer. I don't have a Premier League team yet. No, I'm still. I don't want to join. I don't want to hop on a team and just Liverpool.
I respect that.
Owned by the Red Sox owners.
Yes.
You would think, that one's kind of close to home, right? Mm-hmm. But they're really good. Yeah. So, if I jump on the bandwagon,
you're a bandwagon rider. Yeah.
So
I respect that. I'm really
just observing.
Okay.
I'm just observing.
All right.
That's the way it is. Anyways, back to you.
All right. So I mentioned in a tease last night about how I was going to hand the keys to the show over to Matt. And what's happening is, if you were with us earlier this week, my son Doug is re-enlisting. And he's been in the Navy 10 years. Wow, 10 years.
It doesn't feel like that, but then I remember that when he went in, I was in middle school. And I was like, well, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
That was a long time ago.
So he is re-enlisting, and there's a small ceremony where basically he leaves the Navy, and for a split second, he is not in the Navy.
Yeah.
They have no control over him whatsoever.
Yep.
And then they do a ceremony, he's back in.
Yeah.
So that's going to take place on Saturday, and we just like going to these things, it's special for them. So Trish and I are actually flying to Virginia Beach
for a
this
change.
afternoon.
For a change. No, you guys are loyal drivers. Trish will do anything to drive down there. I don't know why.
And we usually try to get on the road close to 5 a.m.
Yeah.
So it's like I woke up this morning, 6:45, 6:50, whatever. And I was like, okay, it's just my usual. And then I realized I'm going to Virginia today.
Yeah.
Why
it is weird. It's
why
really
isn't
weird.
It dark?
Because like we're doing a show, which is weird because you're leaving this afternoon. It's really weird. But yeah, the way the days fell, Trish would have had to drive right after a 24-hour shift.
And she got out late this morning.
Yeah.
So.
And we were trying to figure out like how do we make this work so you can drive down. And then I think it was our family friend that's always up here on Saturday nights, wine night. Their wine night that they do. She was like, guys, why don't you just fly? And I was like, yeah, why don't you guys just fly? Like, what?
Because we're only staying 4 days.
Yeah. And the way, honestly, now with gas prices, it's probably way cheaper to fly. Because normally the prices are about the same to drive and fly.
Aren't they going to start passing because I'm sure jet fuel's gone up. So aren't they going to start passing that on to the passengers, if not already?
But you guys already bought your tickets.
I know.
I don't know. But I'm just saying, it's weird that you guys are flying. But.
And we're actually trying Breeze Airways, which is a relatively new service out of Providence.
It's a branch of JetBlue, so it's new. It's new, but it's not new.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you flew that, right?
I did.
It's like an hour and a half and you're there.
I don't even think it was that long. I think it was like an hour 10, maybe. Yeah, it's a quick flight.
Usually we have to fly from Providence to Baltimore.
Yep.
Get on another plane, which is usually like way over there.
Yeah.
And then fly to Norfolk. So
it's literally like a 30-minute flight and then like a 20-minute flight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the whole day can take 4 hours, 5 hours.
Yeah, depending on what time the flights are, if you have to wait or anything, it can be kind of long. But this, I'm excited for you guys to enjoy this. It's kind of strange how quick you can get to Virginia.
It's like, whoa, we're here.
Especially you guys who drive every time. You're like, wait a minute, this didn't take 12 hours.
So how the show breaks down is we're doing today's show, and then this afternoon I'm flying down to Virginia Beach. Charlie has seen something out the window, so stand by.
He almost fell, though.
Yeah. And then we're having the ceremony on Saturday. He's actually having it at his house, which is cool. I guess his superior officers are going to come to his house. And then we're coming home on Tuesday.
Yeah.
So I'll be back here Wednesday. Will there be no show during this time? Well, tomorrow I'm handing over the keys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will gain control, complete control.
Dun, dun, dun.
We will run this thing into the ground. It's going to be great.
Probably.
It's going to be great.
Crash and burn.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I will be Pete Braley for the day.
You will?
Yeah.
Who's going to be Matt Braley?
Justin, hopefully.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Well, we got to test the setup, make sure the logistics work out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's another. Justin isn't here. He's in Florida.
He's in Florida.
It's another. What did we call it? A cross-state show? No. Whatever we called it.
Yeah.
Interstate show?
Interstate show, I think.
I don't know. Whatever we called it, we got another one of those, so we got to work out the technical aspects.
So check it out tomorrow. See how the guys do.
Yeah. And if you don't want to show up, that's all right. You can sleep in.
We do have a Foodie Friday that we did.
Yes.
So
there will be a Foodie Friday tomorrow. Yeah.
All right. So and I'll be back with you. By the way, we'll take Monday and Tuesday off, and then we'll be back with you on Wednesday.
Yeah, if you hate it completely tomorrow, don't worry. Wednesday, it should be back to normal. So we'll see.
In the news, the Indianapolis Colts have agreed to trade their quarterback Carson Wentz to Washington, the Commanders, and they may now be pivoting to another trade to bring in a new starting quarterback of their own. Ian Rappaport of NFL Media reports that the Colts are expected to be in the running to acquire Jimmy Garoppolo from the 49ers. Garoppolo had right shoulder surgery on Tuesday and is expected to be healthy for training camp this summer. The NFL may not have seen the last of Antonio Brown. The former wide receiver, whose last on-field appearance included him stripping off his uniform and leaving the game, says he and his new friend, Kanye West, are making a hard push to buy the Denver Broncos. The team is reported to be worth an estimated $4 billion. Brown told TMZ, "Tell Roger to call me. We're working on it. We're working towards getting it done," meaning, of course, Roger Goodell.
But I think there's a lot of people that want to buy the Broncos, so I don't know if it's going to be that easy.
True.
Right? There's been talks of Peyton Manning buying the Broncos being a part of whoever buys the Broncos.
And don't the other owners have to approve?
I don't know. I don't know how the process works. Is Antonio Brown trying to play and own? Like, is he trying to own a team so that he can play and do whatever he wants?
Player?
Yeah. Wow. Like I don't really understand. The problem with Antonio Brown is he's still really good.
Yes.
Which is crazy. But you saw him with the Buccaneers. He put up pretty good stats when he played.
He did.
So It's crazy. I don't know. Yeah. The NFL is an interesting place right now.
It certainly is.
Yeah.
The first 12 games of the season for the Red Sox are off the schedule after Major League Baseball canceled 2 additional series last night. Commissioner Rob Manfred announced the cancellation of 93 more games on Wednesday, appearing to close the remaining chance to play a full 162-game schedule and threatening locked-out players with loss of salary and service time. I really thought they were going to solve this last night because they went into extra sessions or whatever. The two sides continue to negotiate a collective bargaining agreement. However, they have agreed a few rule changes in the next CBA that have already been agreed upon by both sides are going to happen. On Sunday, the MLB Players Association made a proposal that permitted the league to make 3 changes: ban the shift, install a pitch clock, and have larger bases. I hadn't heard of the bases.
Wait, so it's actually happening now?
Not this year.
Oh.
Next year, 2023.
I don't know about ban the shifts.
Banning the shift and installing a pitch clock are easily understandable. You don't like that?
I don't know. I see both sides.
I mean, the way around the shift is to keep bunting it down the left field line till they put someone there.
Or just train to hit opposite field.
I know. Can't a professional do that? So
you hate the shift, though.
Yeah,
you're kind of like defending it right now.
Defending the shift?
Well, you were agreeing with me.
Oh. Well, it's just they haven't found a way to beat it.
Yeah.
So why can't we just place a rule that the third baseman and the shortstop have to stay on the left side of the field? Where the position is. You know?
I guess, but just hit it the other way.
You get your third baseman playing right field, shallow right field. It's like,
yeah.
So anyway, the league and players want to increase the action on the field by taking away the shift and increasing hits.
Oh, hold on. Justin says, guys, what is a shift? We got to explain it to the soccer players.
Oh, okay.
So, like, for instance, someone like David Ortiz always had a shift, if I'm correct.
Yep.
He's a lefty hitter. He would always pull the ball, meaning he always hit it in the same place.
Yeah, it would always go to the right side of the field.
So you move the players on the left side of the field over to the right side of the field.
Yep.
That's basically what it is.
So they figured, well, we'll put more people over there.
Yeah.
So basically, instead of just having 3 defenders out there, you suddenly have 5 or 6.
You stack it. Yeah. Let me put it in terms of soccer. I believe stack the box is a phrase you soccer players use.
Okay.
When you're defending. Similar. We're stacking the side of the field.
And Justin, thank you. I always forget. Everybody doesn't know the stuff we're talking about.
So. Yeah, not everyone's a baseball fanatic like you, Pete.
I want to bring them in. Bring them in. Okay, so why do they want to make the bases bigger, though? Okay, first and foremost, MLB believes making the bases bigger will lead to fewer injuries on the base paths.
I guess. Maybe.
I mean,
you won't step on people's ankles, but I don't think that happens all the time.
And they also think the bigger the base, the more space runners will have to slide around defenders.
I guess. Bigger target.
Therefore, the league is hoping there will be less collisions between runners and defenders.
I don't think that's true.
MLB also hopes the bigger bases will lead to an increase in stolen bases.
I'm just curious to see how big, because I feel like it might just look goofy. Like you just have a 4x4 second base, 4 foot by 4 foot second base out there. It's just a block.
And how many
straight up block?
How many players are going to trip over it? You know?
Yeah, right. I didn't think that was a problem. Yeah. I don't know why.
This is the first time I've heard it.
But like, why they choose these problems to solve? It's like, why don't we look at like some other stuff? Yeah.
Are you Team Kanye or Team Kim? If a Starbucks tip jar is any indication, people are definitely Team Kim. Or to be more specific, Team Pete. A Starbucks put out 2 tip jars at their drive-thru window, one labeled Kanye West and the other labeled Pete Davidson, who's dating Kim Kardashian. As one TikTok video shows, the Pete jar is overflowing with dollar bills, while is his name Ye now?
Yay. We've been over this.
I'm sorry.
Say his name. His full name, what is it?
Kanye. Yeah, all right.
Okay, there you go.
The Ye jar just has some change in it. So I read where Kim is concerned that Pete, I guess she really cares for the guy, and she's concerned that he's going to get fed up and leave. But
I mean,
that's an understandable concern.
Kanye put out a video where he was literally, it was a claymation. We've talked about this. It was a claymation of Kanye. Like, what did he kidnapped Pete and buried him in the ground? Yeah, just weird stuff.
All right, do we have anything to get to before we go to Stumpah today?
Abby's Team Pete. That's
Team
what she
Pete.
said.
Okay.
Yeah, not this Pete, but
I got you.
Pete Davidson, of course.
Right.
Let's see. I missed this before. Gail said, I'm grateful it's a new day. Would rather not repeat yesterday afternoon. Put the pups out when I got back from errands. Had some food, heard them playing. Looked out and saw the mud pit scene. She said, both the black dog and the white dog were all gray. Had to hose them before I could bring them in for a bath. 3 dogs bathed. Oh, no. Wait. When I got into my room, my bed is covered in dog vomit.
Oh.
You know, you think, wow, this can't get any worse. And then you walk out and you look at the bed. That's terrible.
Hold my beer.
That's terrible. Baxter, I mean, 3 dogs. That's just a mess.
And how did you, were you, because they run away from the hose, don't they? How do you hose them down?
Bax didn't like the hose.
Yeah.
But Bax would go on walks and find the mud puddles.
Yeah, our golden retriever.
Our golden retriever.
With all that fur.
Yeah,
you know?
so he there were many times he had to get hosed off and then bathed. And but yeah, that just
3 dogs.
Hopefully today's better.
I hope so.
We're really hoping today's better.
All right.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Our Stumpah for today.
All new. An all new one.
Brand new. 48 states say it's okay to do this. 2 states say no way. What is it? I know.
What is it?
Day one's always very vague. 48 states say it's okay for you to do this. 2 states say no way. What is it? I don't know the 2 states that.
Yeah, it doesn't say.
No,
doesn't say.
deny it. Not that. I don't know if it would help us.
I don't think it does.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the answer. I don't think the state would mean anything.
So that's our question for today. Feel free to write down your answers in the chat or play along if you're on a podcast.
Gail said today they are not going out together. Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea.
Probably.
They need some time off. They get into trouble. Abby also says that she's also Team Pete in parentheses Braley.
Aw.
Yeah. All right, that makes one of us.
She's my niece. She says nice things.
If it's Team Pete or Team Matt, then I'm insulted. But if it's just, in general, Team Pete, Braley, whatever.
Do we have to compete?
Always.
Oh.
What else what's the point of the show?
Oh, okay.
What are we supposed to sit here? Love you, man.
Love you, man.
You're so great. Everyone just fell asleep.
I've read every one of your wait a minute, I do the blogs.
Oh, blog. I thought you were about to say books. I was like, you've written one. I read it. What are you trying to get at?
Today's fascinating facts while we wait for some answers on the question, the Stumpah. Have we already had alien contact? In 1977, a volunteer for the Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence received a 72-second-long signal from a distant star system, 120 light years from Earth. It was loud and sent from a place that had yet to be visited by mankind. So the guy who received it wrote down, wow, next to the original printout of the signal.
What else do you write down?
Well, it continues to be known as the wow signal. Researchers have since suggested that the noise was picked up from a passing comet. But, wow.
It's a good thing he didn't write like WTF. The WTF, the what the signal. Yeah, I don't know. The problem is space is so weird. It could have just been a random thing causing. Yeah. I mean, that's happened, but we get signals now more frequently from places. I think it was a couple years ago. And it's always a big story because it's like, where did that come from?
Where did it come from?
But I don't know. It could be anything. We don't know what's out there.
Yeah, and there's so much space garbage now.
Yep.
Yep.
There's I forgot what kind of rocket. There's a rocket that was used that's going to crash into the backside of the moon if it hasn't already.
Oh, well, yes, I heard about that. Yeah.
They thought it was SpaceX, but they determined it wasn't. No, it was a rocket from like a long time ago. But yeah, it's the orbit was weird. It's somehow looped back around, and it's going to land the backside of the moon.
Wow.
Crazy.
And we won't be able to see it.
Apparently that happens a lot. Not necessarily rockets, but a lot of stuff hits the backside of the moon.
Oh, really?
That's why it's so, like, there's so many craters. The front side is smooth, relatively. The backside, because if you think about it, we always see the same side of the moon.
Yes, we do.
The backside gets pelleted. Pelleted?
Pounded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By everything. So.
All right, today's Stumpah. 48 states say it's okay to do this. 2 states say no way. What do people think?
Mia says walking around with no shoes on.
Ooh, no, that's not it.
Not it. Mary Lou says daylight savings time.
Oh, a good guess. No, that's not it. This weekend, by the way.
Is it this weekend?
Yep.
So I have to remember to change the clocks.
How many, though?
I'm here by myself.
How many do you actually have to change, I wonder? There's the one on the wall.
The stove, the microwave, the one on the wall, my alarm clock.
Does the coffee
car.
pot change? Oh, car's always
the
fun.
Coffee pot.
Yeah.
So I got those.
Okay.
I think that might be it.
Fortunately, the phone takes care of itself because that would
phone, cable box.
That would be so weird, wouldn't it? If people all had to adjust their phones at.
I think the phone is what saves us nowadays from like being late for things, because most of us just run by our phones, or even like my Apple Watch takes care of it for me. Oh, you got your watch. You got to make sure you change your watch.
Oh yeah,
you got that old fashioned.
I got the old fashioned kind,
ancient thing. But yeah, anyways, daylight savings. I still don't really understand how a couple states can just be like, yeah, we don't do that here. I don't, because that's a thing, and I don't really understand how you can do that. But
is it Indiana and someone else?
Arizona? I think Arizona. Yeah. Weird.
So whoever, that was a great guess.
Great guess.
Yeah, not what we're looking for.
Emily says, if it were reverse, I would say marry your cousin. No. Gail says, drive without a shirt.
Drive? No, that's not it.
Not it.
Nope.
Not it. Abby says, I feel like this is going to be a weird Stumpah. It might be.
Could be.
Gail says, right turn on red.
Right turn on. No, that's not it.
Let me read it again. 48 states say it's okay to do this. 2 states say no way. Okay, that's a good guess.
Yeah, good work.
It's a good guess. Justin says, dance party.
Dance party.
Interesting.
No.
Not it. Dana says marijuana.
Nope, that's not it.
Smoking doobies. No. Abby says jaywalking.
No, not jaywalking.
Not it. Justin says tinted windows.
No, not it.
Tinted windows is an interesting law.
Why?
Because you can do it so much, but you can't do it too much.
Okay.
And there's a specific percentage. And somehow...
Oh, I didn't know that.
Do police, are they able to tell, like, oh, nope, that's 10%, 8%'s the rule? Like, are they able to tell like that? And how do you know? Do we have some sort of measurement device that they walk around with, and they're like, that's too much?
I would think that it's like, if I can't see your eyes, it's too much.
Yeah. And you can't do the front ones, can you? You can't do the windshield. I don't know if you can do those.
I don't think so.
Someone let me know.
Because they have to be able to look in.
Yeah. Mia says drinking alcohol in the streets.
No, that's not it.
Not it.
Yes.
Abby says not having your car inspected, not having your car registered.
No.
2 guesses gets 2 buzzers.
Double buzzer.
Abby says working on Sundays.
No.
You shouldn't work on Sundays, though. That should be a thing. No working on Sundays. Mia says being out socially after midnight.
Oh, no, that's not it.
You know what those old people say? Nothing good ever happens after midnight.
After 9 a.m. 9 p.m.
Well, I thought the saying was midnight, but
okay.
That too. Anyways, Abby says having exotic pets.
No, that's not it.
Justin says, I believe that he put an emoji. So points for creativity.
Ooh.
I believe that's a tiger emoji. Owning tigers.
Owning tigers.
All right, Joe Exotic.
Yeah. No, that's not it. Did you ever get through the second season of that? I didn't.
Yes.
I went like 2 episodes. I'm like, I am not wasting my time.
It starts off really slow. You're like, wow, they really don't have much. It gets kind of interesting a little bit, but I don't know. If I were to say whether it's worth it or not, probably not worth it.
Okay.
Watch something else.
All right.
Justin says pumping your own gas.
Pumping gas, no.
That's a great guess.
I think it is.
New Jersey?
I know New Jersey.
Are there other ones
where
you can't pump your own gas?
Can't do it. Yeah.
That was a good guess. Unfortunately, not it. Let's see. Sorry, go ahead.
Did Justin decide tomorrow if he wants to know the answer to the Stumpah?
I don't think he's decided yet.
Okay.
Yeah, we got to talk about that.
Yep.
Let's see. Now I lost my place. Mia says paying for an escort.
Paying for an escort. No, that's not it.
Not it.
No.
Not it. Dana says riding a giraffe. No, not it. Abby says collecting rainwater.
No, that's not it.
Nope. Let's see. Abby says having cheese with apple pie.
Oh, yes. Here we go.
Great guess, but not it.
Stretching now.
Gail says driving without shoes.
No.
Nope. I think we got a Stumpah.
I think so. So the Stumpah lives up to its name today. 48 states say it's okay to do this. 2 states say no way. Back with the clue tomorrow.
Yeah, I guess I got to come up with a clue for everybody.
I guess so.
Yeah.
All right. People in the news this morning. Sounds like every kid's dream lunch, but for one woman in the UK, that is all she has eaten for 22 years. She is 25-year-old Summer Monroe. She has a condition called avoidant restrictive food intake disorder, which, of course, Dana knows because he's in medicine. It's known as ARFID. And she says the idea of eating fruits or vegetables makes her sick. She said, I can't remember the last time I ate a piece of fruit or a vegetable. I'd say it was when I was 3. Now get this. She even turned down an offer from her grandfather, who one time offered her $1,300 to eat one single pea.
Wouldn't you do it even if, like, just get sick, right? For $1,000,
For
just eat it and
$1,000,
get.
yeah.
I would do it. I would throw up for $1,000.
She says, I like the smell of food, but if I try to eat it, it makes me physically sick. As soon as it touches my lips, I can't do it. Now, what's it called again, she has? It is avoidant restrictive food intake disorder. Now, here's what a day of eating looks like for Summer. She has no breakfast. She has a bag of potato chips for lunch and 6 to 8 chicken nuggets with a side of fries for dinner. Surprisingly, her weight is fine, and she claims to never get sick.
How can you? I don't really know how you're not like that's not you're not getting the nutrients. She must
maybe take
supplements.
She must take supplements,
right? I feel like that's the only way you,
to get her vitamins and stuff.
Weird. Definitely a weird story. Definitely a weird story.
New game for you today is called What Would You Do? Okay. You're at your first big job. You're working really hard. You're doing lots of research. You're making beautiful PowerPoints, trying to impress your boss. And then one day you walk by the conference room and you see your boss presenting your presentation as if it were her own to some bigwigs in the company. Well, after trying and failing to talk to her boss about it, she went to TikTok, of course. One TikToker's response was to embed a watermark of her name into the PowerPoint. So it was downloaded. Every time it was downloaded, it showed who the original author was. So I got that right? It's like a watermark on paper. It's kind of there in the background, right?
Yeah, well, this one sounds like it would be in the file name. Is what
Okay.
So when they download it would say like quarterly stats by Janine, whatever.
Janine, yeah. So kind of sneaky, right? Not sneaky enough, apparently. When her boss caught what she did, she started taking away responsibilities, and they eventually let her go. There were so many comments on TikTok of people saying that they have been in similar situations. I didn't realize it was such a big thing.
Well, I mean, workers definitely get taken advantage. Advantage of.
Yeah,
for sure. Now, I wonder, do you think there's a lawsuit there for like wrongful termination? I don't know if you'd win that though.
It would. Well, would it be worth a try?
Because it'd be expensive.
It'd be expensive. Gives you a little black mark, right?
Yeah.
So
I don't know, but that's.
I was trying to think.
It's so messed up.
I was trying to think if I've ever had anything like that happen to me, and I don't think so. I think most of the bosses I've worked for, they've always, if I've been in a meeting, they've said, hey, Pete had this idea, so they're always willing to.
Pete had this idea. It was a terrible idea.
It was a terrible idea,
we'll
but we keep him around because we feel bad for him.
Yeah.
But
come on, be better, people. Be better. Abby says, I would have popped in and asked if she needed me to clarify anything on the PowerPoint in front of everyone.
Ooh.
As it was my work and just wanted to be presented correctly. Damn,
that would put the boss in her place, wouldn't it?
You'd probably still get let go.
Yeah.
Because, the boss would probably be very mad, but at least you'd... Well, I mean, hopefully the boss had a superior in that meeting. That would be nice, because then there'd be some questions raised. But I don't know.
I'm just thinking about
better people.
The thing with the watermark, I mean, is that really... I guess the boss was insulted, right?
Oh, yeah. Well,
you made me look bad.
The boss knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. You made me look bad.
Made me look bad. Yeah. Question for you this morning, as I mentioned in the tease last night, what is in your junk drawer? We all have a junk drawer, don't we? Or for some people, it's maybe a count. I think some other people call it a catch-all.
Yeah, yep.
They have like a counter area or a basket where you catch everything when you come home.
That might be a different thing, though.
Might be what, catch-all's different?
Yeah, because we got a catch-all. We got our baskets.
That's true.
But then we have the junk drawer, which is actually we used to have a full junk drawer, but now it's just part of the silverware drawer. We have like a little front compartment.
Yeah, we have like this much space. Excuse me, in the junk drawer.
Trish doesn't really do junk.
No, that's true.
So, I mean, it's a junk drawer. It's very organized. It's basically a phone charger, like the needle to pump up.
Would you like to know what's in our junk drawer?
What do you have?
I brought our junk drawer.
That's not the entire junk drawer. What is that, though?
Got more stuff here. This is our little cup that has...
I didn't know he did this. I didn't know we had props.
We have our little needle for the basketball, football.
I'm just going to describe it.
When was the last time we used one of these?
I don't know. Not too long ago, I guess. Probably like a year or two.
We have the random screw.
Yeah, of course. That is...
Do you know what it goes to?
Possibly a dining room chair.
Okay.
I hope it's not from a dining room chair. I hope it's like an extra, or else someone better watch out sitting down.
Got to have a charger.
Of course.
Right? You got to have a phone charger.
I'm still trying to figure out how he snuck in these props without me knowing.
They were in my pocket.
Oh, my God.
Then we have the door hinge.
Hey, we don't got to talk about the door
No,
hinge.
we're not going to talk about, but I'm just saying that you always end up with, parts from a project. It's like, oh, well, it's perfectly good. Just put it in the junk drawer.
But now we got to talk about the door hinge.
We don't have to.
We have to talk about the door hinge.
It's our show.
We have to talk about the door hinge.
Well, let me finish here.
All right.
Excuse me. We have, of course, all of the stuff that goes with a Bluetooth indoor-outdoor speaker.
Do we know where the speaker is?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
all right.
And I have no idea what this is.
Hey, that's a very handy tool.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's, what do you call it, an Allen wrench? It's like the little hexagon one.
Oh, that's what that is.
But
okay.
this came with a rocking chair that I set up for Trish. But normally they come like just very small, and it's just the metal piece, and so it can kind of hurt your hands after a while, especially if you got to tighten it. This one has a handle. This is like the best one I've ever seen.
That's why it's in there.
That's why we kept it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You wouldn't know. You didn't set up the rocking chairs. I had to do it.
You guys, my boys take care of things like that.
Ridiculous. Anyways, the door hinge. The door hinge.
We could have blown right by it,
You're the one that brought the door hinge in. You're the one that brought props. I didn't know we were bringing props.
When's it talk about junk drawers?
In the scheme of things, we don't actually have a lot. I told you, we don't have a lot in the junk drawer.
It's really a small area nowadays.
The door hinge, the last time they went to Virginia... Charlie, hey, stop chewing
Charlie,
that. Hey,
don't eat the mat.
Chill out, buddy. The last time they went to Virginia, I had some... I had a little honey-do list from Trish that I had to get done. I was compensated, so it was very nice. But I had to basically redo the bathroom. Not redo the bathroom, but I painted the bathroom.
Painted the trim.
Painted the trim.
Yeah.
I cleaned up. We got a little new thing for the heater.
Yeah, these things are great.
The old heater was very rusty and gross.
So
this
they
is
make
like a cover for the heater.
Yeah, and it looks nice.
It's very nice. It looks brand new. Looks great. Phenomenal. And the door hinges were really rusty and gross, and Trish had painted over them in the past. And so I was like, Kat had extra door hinges. I was like, hey, why don't we replace the door hinges? It'll look nice.
Yep.
So Kat comes over. We spend a little bit of time taking all the door hinges, the old door hinges off, and we get the top two off completely fine. The new one's on, looking great. The bottom one has a strip screw. Well, it was painted over by Trish. I'm going to throw her under the bus.
My name's not Trish.
It was painted over, so you have to get through the paint. It's painted into the frame, and it's stripped from, I don't know, maybe a previous attempt.
Wow.
So there's one screw that's preventing me from putting that on, and it's been an endless battle. I've been unable to get it out yet.
We've had people give us suggestions.
I've tried all the hacks that you find on Google and YouTube. Yeah.
So you were troubleshooting, Peter?
I was troubleshooting. Using YouTube. But yeah, no. So still no victory, but I'm not giving up just yet. But that's why the door hinge is in the junk drawer.
But we have the hinge.
It's been a battle. Yeah. Shout out to Kat because she helped me we spent a long time that first day.
Yeah.
We spent hours. Yeah.
I can remember projects like that where you have just one screw that's just
very frustrating. I took out, how many screws are there? There's three on each. Well, no, 6 on each because there's to the door.
Both sides and the wall.
So 18 screws. I got 17 of them out completely fine. Literally no trouble. Right. And one of them is, the trouble child.
And then there was your brother Doug who said, well, did you know how to use a drill?
Yeah, I was about to chokeslam that man. I swear to God. I was like, how do you think I got the 17 other screws out? Like, I know how to use a drill, buddy. Thank you.
But this Mr. Doug, I do construction work and I build decks. Matty don't know how to do nothing. Nope.
So we were talking about junk drawers was the original discussion here. Do you have a junk drawer or do you have a certain area that catches your stuff? This was recently on Reddit, and here are some of the best answers from people. And by the way, let us know what's the most unusual thing in your junk drawer. Let us know. But some of the best answers from Reddit: a screw that looks too important to throw out, but you have no idea where it came from.
Absolutely. One day you're going to find it, and you'll have the screw.
Yep. Pens that don't work. Scotch tape that's so old it's yellow and fused together, so you can't even get it off the roll.
Those two, no. I wouldn't keep a pen that doesn't work. What's the point of a pen that doesn't work?
Yeah. Random chargers
Yeah.
What's that go to?
Yep.
No one knows why we save it. But it's always just in case you might need it.
Absolutely.
Right. Keys for unknown locks. I used to have that.
Yeah.
When I was working, I'd have, that's the key to the transmitter building. I never go there.
I'm going to call her out. Miss Mary Jane down the street has a cup filled with keys.
And she has no idea?
Nope.
Yeah.
I remember Doug actually, this is a long story, but Doug bought a car from her. It's like an old car.
Yep.
Bought the car. She was like, the key's in a cup somewhere. So we found the cup, and it's a cup filled with keys, and Doug's like, how are we going to get the what key is it? But,
Did you have to try each one?
No, we figured it. Luckily, I had a keychain.
Some of the other stuff people collect, those felt circles for the bottoms of chairs, but you never have enough for the full set of chairs. See, we don't have that. I think Trish is so organized that when it's time to
I remember a couple felt pads that stay in there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if they're in there currently. Maybe we lucked out, and I don't know how the rotation worked. We finally got rid of them. But.
One person said one of those lighters with the long neck that hasn't worked since the third time you used it. You check it every time you need a lighter, and you put it back in the drawer thinking, well, maybe I'm doing it wrong.
How would you be doing it wrong?
You're pushing the button.
That's funny.
An assortment of single batteries. That's common.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That random Christmas decoration that was found way too late to be packed up with the rest.
Oh, yeah.
So your thinking is, I'll just keep it till next year.
That always happens, right? There's always one decoration.
Yeah. A ball of rubber bands off asparagus. No, I haven't gone that way. Bits of string, a box of matches with the strike pad worn off, half a candle, solid super glue, random buttons. And the final thing mentioned, what do you keep in your junk drawer? Taco Bell sauce packets. I don't think we go with that.
We don't, but I know a lot of people that save sauce packets and ketchup and everything. Yeah.
Wow.
You never know when you'll need it.
My mom used to do that, didn't she? She used to grab the
I
extras.
think so. Yeah, because you would save ours and give them to her, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just a thing. I don't know.
Anyways, we do have some chats about junk drawers.
Okay, junk drawers.
Mia says, I have batteries, small pads of paper, miscellaneous writing utensils, extra command strip pieces, and Gorilla Glue. That's solid. That's like what you would expect. The miscellaneous writing utensils, I think we can all agree.
Yeah.
If you need a pen, you can always go to the junk drawer.
Right.
There'll be something. You might be writing with a Crayola crayon, but there's something in there.
You're right.
Always.
I was going to say, there was one day I went to put something on the calendar, and I opened the drawer, and I'm like...
And there was a panic. You're like, where, what?
The only thing in there was a Sharpie.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't want to put a Sharpie on the calendar.
Got to use what you got to use.
But like you said, at least there's something there.
There's always something there.
Yep.
Abby says our junk drawer has like baggies, clothespins, batteries, command strips, charger blocks, menus. Not sure what else. I mean, you nailed most of it. Like sandwich bags definitely makes sense. Mm-hmm. Clothespin, just menus, random stuff.
Yeah, menus.
Yeah, menus. Yeah.
Sarah has a menu. Well, she has a huge kitchen.
Yeah,
I was going to say
she just needed things to fill drawers at that point.
She actually I think could say she has 2 junk drawers because this is to the right of the fridge because she has like paper, pens, pads of paper.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And then she has like a Liam arts and crafts drawer or whatever, and it's like the 2 are almost the same.
Pretty much.
But she has a menu drawer.
Let's see. Mary Lou says candy I don't eat, a biscuit cutter, a memo pad, pizza cutter, coffee filters, and thermometer. Damn. Sounds like you got a utensil drawer that also doubles as a junk drawer.
That is
quite the collection, though. Candy you don't eat. So how old is it? Mm-hmm. And what candy is it? Maybe
peppermints.
Maybe you can mail it to Pete.
Little butterscotch.
Pete eats everything. Let's see. Gail said, after 2 moves in 5 years, I don't have a junk drawer anymore. I don't keep stuff unless it has a designated home.
Nice.
I wish I could say the same.
Well, there's something we can aspire to.
I guess. There's always things that, like, the common thread through everything you read was just in case I need it. And there's always, like the wires, the cables, the chargers, a million of them.
Yep.
Just in case I need them. I have like 10 HDMI cables just in case somebody needs something. And sure enough, Kat and Josh needed one a while back.
And you had it.
I had it. Took them up to the office, pulled out the container, filled with cables. We dug through it for a while. We found what they needed. You know? Let's see. Mia says, when hubby and I closed on our house, we were handed a bag of keys. It was an estate, so they had no idea what any of them went to.
Oh, wow.
They were like, this is your problem now.
And have you discovered anything?
Yeah.
That go to things?
Are there any keys that work anywhere? Mary Lou says birthday candles, another good one.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, but never the right amount of birthday candles. No. It's an open package with like 4 in them.
You bring the cake out and you go, oh, I'm sorry, man.
This is all I have.
I didn't pick up any candles. I only got 3.
You're turning 4 this year with that joke. Accompanied all that.
Yeah. Can't say I haven't done that.
Oh, yeah.
So,
anyways.
Yeah. So if you're listening to us in the car on a podcast, check out your junk drawer when you get home. And just look at things like, why do I have this? Why did I keep it? Kind of brings us to our random question today, which is pretty random. Our random question is, no matter how many I own, I will always have the urge to buy more. What? No matter how many I own, I will always have the urge to buy more. What? I have some suggestions. These are things that people do seem to keep buying. Shoes comes in at number 1 for a lot of people. And don't want to get gender specific here, but I think it's more. Well, no, I was going to say I think it's more of a female than male issue. But there are some guys that go crazy over sneakers, right?
Yeah, everything.
Sneakerheads.
Yeah. I mean, you could literally think of a million things.
Yeah.
It's not gender specific at all.
Some other things, no matter how many I own, I will always have the urge to buy purses for some, watches for some. People have said bottles of wine. I don't know what it would be for me, no matter how many I own.
What would it be for you? I feel like I would know more than you would know.
Yeah, maybe I should give it to you and ask. I do like pens. I'll buy pens sometimes that look cool.
I don't see you buy too many pens.
Hats?
What do you buy a lot of?
Hats.
For Trish, it would be like decoration, like home decorations.
Oh, yeah.
And pillows.
We're going down to Virginia tomorrow. She's like, oh, we're going to go to Kirkland's. And I'm like,
you have to remind her that she's flying home.
What? Yeah.
She doesn't have a truck this time.
We don't have a truck this time.
That's the main reason she drives every time, is because she can pick up as many massive paintings as she wants.
Yeah.
Doesn't even think of where it would go. She just buys things.
I know. We walked through the
we figured out
section.
Later.
Yeah, and she'll like, oh, look at that. And I'm like, where's it going to go?
It's a giant cow. Why do you need a painting of a giant cow?
Yeah.
No, she hasn't bought a giant cow yet.
All right, yeah, I got to remind her.
Keyword is yet. There'll probably be a cow in this house at some point.
You can't think of anything for me?
I don't know. I'm trying to think for you. You're not watches, because you buy one watch until it breaks and then you keep on going, which I'm kind of surprised you bought a green watch this time.
I didn't buy it. Your mother did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So she's at fault. It's like an olive green, which is a very strange color for a watch.
But I can really see the numbers.
Yeah,
Great.
but it's a strange watch for a guy that only wears one watch, because it doesn't match. It doesn't match with your outfit right now.
Yeah.
It's very, very much so clashing.
I'm sorry.
Well, it's okay. It's not. I'm not the one wearing it. I'm just saying. Okay. I'm surprised that olive green was the choice.
I should not go out in public.
I mean, you do you, man.
This, by the way, is a $5 watch.
That's what he does.
See, I have a thing. I've had watches over the years, and I don't know if it's this wonderful metabolic disorder that I have, which is called AKU. It's given me all these issues. I don't know if that through the skin or anything. My watches die so much faster than anybody else's.
You got metal in your body, maybe.
So
maybe that's it.
Yeah. So it is not worth it for me to buy an Apple Watch. It's not worth, because I don't know.
Well, actually, you never purchased a smartwatch, so you don't know.
True.
Although you did have a Fitbit. Did the same problem happen?
I burned out a Fitbit.
Yeah.
Yeah, in a lot faster than normal time,
Maybe he's a superhero.
So I actually read a book. I wish I could remember the man's name. I can look it up. There was a writer on Martha's Vineyard who came out with a number of books, but he was the guy that first planted this idea in my head. He would always have a $9 watch. That was it. He said, I don't see what makes a watch worth more than $9. So he would, whenever his watch would break, he'd buy a $9 watch. So I started doing that. I started going to, I bought quite a few Walmart watches for a while.
That's where you buy your watches.
Yeah. And they would last for a little bit.
Actually, didn't you say they lasted longer than like expensive watches?
I thought so.
Yeah.
So one of the last times we were in Virginia Beach, I didn't have a watch because the one I bought from Walmart started losing time. So Mom went to the Nex, which is the Naval Exchange. She went to the Nex with Sarah, and she walked by a jewelry place that was having a clearance on watches, and she found this watch for, I think, $5.66. So,
what a deal!
I'm telling you. It tells me right now it's 8:52.
Yeah, I don't know if you. Well, that's a problem because it's 10:30 in the morning. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's still right. It's 2 minutes fast actually. But,
okay.
But that's okay. You'll be on time.
I'm on time. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what yours would be, to be honest.
Okay.
I don't know what yours would be. Mia said books. You go to the library though. I would say books for you, but you don't purchase them, right?
No.
Is that what the question? Yeah.
Yeah.
That is. So,
I'm a library guy.
Books. You do go through a lot of books though. I don't know about you.
We do buy. We have favorite authors.
True.
So whenever they have one. Yeah.
I like buying books just because, I don't know, maybe the aesthetic of just having books. I don't know. I just like filling the bookshelf with things that I've read. It's good to have.
It's one of my favorite words.
Yeah, because I can't say it to save my aesthetic. I think we all just say it incorrectly really fast.
Right.
And it just comes out similar. Justin says gaming systems. Yeah. When the new one comes out, you got to get it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, definitely gaming systems. Let's see. Kat says Bath and Body Works candles. Yes.
Oh, and
I think that's a genetic thing.
Your sister-in-law Marla's the same way.
Well, then it wouldn't be genetic technically, but it's definitely a Braley thing. Everyone goes through Bath and Body Works candles.
She
like
loves
candy.
her candy. And when don't they have like a Saturday sale or something at some point? And it's like they're all texting each other. Saturday's the day.
Oh yeah, and they all have drawers or baskets filled with candles. One burns out, they're like, "Don't worry, what flavor do you want?" Anyways, Gail says, "I want all the pups." There we go. All the pups. Abby says sweatshirts. Nothing better than a good sweatshirt, but can't get rid of old ones because they are comfy. That is a great one. That is a great one.
That's a great point.
Yeah. Plus, when you go shopping, tell me not. Does anybody else do this? When you go shopping, no matter what season, no matter what store you in, you always got to check out the hoodies.
Yeah.
You always got to go to the hoodies.
Right.
And then you buy one, and then, you're like, I don't need this, but
I've got
it's
one
a great hoodie.
I've got one, my black BSU hoodie.
Yep.
Bridgewater State University. I know it's fading. And I actually said to your mother, I said, let me know when you think I should throw this away.
Is it fading? I haven't noticed.
I think it is.
I haven't noticed, so you're good.
Okay, but
for now.
You know how it is? I don't know if it's a guy thing, but I'm like, let me know when this is bad.
Guy thing. It's a guy thing, Pam.
It's a guy thing.
It's a guy thing, Pam. Office fans get it. All you can act like you get it, but you don't. Anyways, Dana says knives and pots and pans.
Oh, the chef.
Yeah, the chef. The chef with his tools. With his tools of the trade.
You know what's funny is I do love that now. I do love going to Target and going along that back wall of gadgets. I don't know why.
Gadgets? Like kitchen gadgets?
Yeah.
Okay.
When
I think gadgets, I think electronics.
Okay. No, I mean kitchen gadgets. Oh. Like going through you can use that to strain spaghetti.
I do need lime green measuring cups. You're right. Thank you, Target. I don't have this color. Let's see what else we got. Gary said, thought of you guys when we were in Delaware. I saw a Kirkland's. We didn't go in, though. You should have.
Oh.
You should have.
You should have. You got to experience it.
It's the only store where you can buy a couch, a wooden spoon, and a painting of a cow in a lighthouse.
Yeah. Pretty much.
The last one was an exaggeration, but you can get a painting of a cow and a painting of a lighthouse.
Yep. There's lighthouse, there's church.
The reason I say the cow is every time we go in there, and it's probably in there all the time because no one buys it, is a giant. I'm talking like, I don't even know, probably like 6 feet by 8 feet or something like that.
Probably.
It's huge of just a cow staring you right in the face. And every time we go in, I see it, and it's great. Like the artist did a great job. It's beautiful.
Yes.
But where would you put it? And who's going to buy it? I think Trish would if we had the room, to be honest.
Probably.
And I kind of want it too, but I don't know what I would do with it. I don't have the place for it. But it's every time you walk in, it's on the back wall. It just stares at you. It's a giant cow. It's a great place. It's a great place anyways. What else do we have here? Oh, Dana said, by the way, shout out to my dad tomorrow. He's 86. Happy birthday, Dad.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
All right.
I'll try and remember. I'll give him a shout out tomorrow too. But yeah, I don't know if I have anything either. I kind of agree with the sweatshirts, gaming systems.
Yeah, gaming systems and like HDMI cables.
Well, I don't buy those.
No, you don't buy those. That's true.
Because they come with everything. I bought a computer monitor, came with an HDMI cable. The PS5 comes with an HDMI cable. Everything comes with an HDMI cable. So you just have them.
You're not a sneakerhead. Sarah was a sneakerhead. She went through a phase.
She's actually not anymore.
She went through a phase. Did she ever sell those?
She did.
Okay.
I don't know if she has any left.
Okay.
She went through a Jordan's phase.
Yes.
Yeah. That was back when she worked at Olympia, though. So
I'm trying to think.
She was around them a lot.
Yeah.
When you're around, and that happens. I feel like we all go through that. When you work at like a shoe store, all you want to do is buy shoes.
Yeah, because that's what you're dealing with
when
all
you
day.
leave the shoe store. Then you're like, I don't know why I did that. I don't wear any of these. So
and it's all that first week or so. It's always an odd feeling, right? Because it's like this was such a big part of my life. Now I don't care.
Diane says, Priscilla, I don't know who Priscilla is, but between the home decor and watch jabs, I think these dudes need to suck up for the rest of the day. I think she's actually here, if I'm hearing correctly.
Wow. Yeah, she did. She got a late call
Charlie's
this morning.
very excited, and he's standing by the door, so we'll see if she walks in. We can let her speak on this.
Trish is here. Hi.
Hey, Trish. We're, oh, by the way, she said hey. I would just like the record to show. She didn't deny that that's her name. So, we win. We win. We've won. Her name is Trish. We've been talking crap about your Kirkland's addiction, and also the watch that you bought, Dad.
Yeah, he doesn't. He says it doesn't match anything I'm wearing.
It's olive green. He doesn't even own anything that would match with that.
It was $7.
Oh, okay, so that's what it was.
Like $5.60 or something.
She didn't actually think you would like it. It was just cheap.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I have a thing for a watch under $10.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's,
anything over $10, and he doesn't want it.
I usually pay $8.88 at Walmart.
Well,
Why
she found
weird
a
price?
steal deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little Charlie's gonna go outside, by the way.
Yeah, and he's been trying to eat your doormat. Slightly succeeding.
He's rounding off the corners of our doormat.
Maybe he's just not. He's looking out for us. No sharp corners.
Oh,
Doesn't want anyone to get hurt.
that could be nice.
That's what I think.
That could be all right.
Anyways, back to you.
I'll suck up to Trish later today. Okay. Would you agree that some meals are better at home? Going out to eat is a treat, especially for the person who's usually responsible for preparing the meal at home. Sometimes, though, you can't help but feel like your meal just wasn't as good as what Grandma made. It just wasn't as good as Mom made, or just not as good as you could make it. And according to BuzzFeed, it probably isn't. Their readers have some strong feelings about dishes that taste better from your home kitchen. Let's see if you agree. Let's see if you have any to add to this list, okay? What is better at home, or what did Mom make or Grandma make that was fantastic? How about homemade mashed potatoes? Let me ask the mashed potato expert here.
Trish does make some good mashed potatoes, but I don't really have complaints about restaurant mashed potatoes. Yeah,
okay.
Normally they're pretty good.
How about a grilled cheese? Sarah makes an outstanding grilled cheese.
See, this is tough because I don't go to a restaurant and order a grilled cheese. We'd have to ask Doug. Doug's the grilled cheese king. So
I think I've done it once. I went to a restaurant that had like a Cubano grilled cheese. I don't know. It was good. It was good.
Well, that's different. But like, I don't know many people that are like, hey, I want to go out to eat tonight. And you get there and you look at the menu and you're like, out of everything, I'm going to have the grilled cheese, please.
True. How about mac and cheese? Is your homemade mac and cheese much better than what you get in a store?
Maybe. Yours is pretty good.
I'm sorry, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that. Store, restaurant.
Yeah.
Tamales mentioned here. I'm not a tamale eater, so I don't know.
think I've ever had them.
Yeah. Grilled corn on the cob. Not really a fan.
Yeah, I also don't really get that.
Close your ears.
Okay.
Lasagna.
Gross.
People would rather eat their own lasagna or their mom's lasagna than ordering it out.
I guess I could kind of see that, though.
You can come back in now.
Okay.
Biscuits and gravy. Some people say they make their biscuits and gravy are the best.
I've never had homemade. Like no one's ever made biscuits and gravy at home. Right. But there is a restaurant in Virginia. I do really enjoy their biscuits and gravy.
Scrambled eggs. Some people rather have their scrambled eggs at home. I don't know about that.
Doesn't really affect me either way.
I've had some good scrambled eggs out.
I like both.
This one, I think he will agree. Chocolate chip cookies.
Oh, yeah. Trish makes a mean chocolate chip cookie.
We got to give props to Trish for this.
Plus, props for the dedication that she has shown when it comes to chocolate chip cookies.
I mean,
leading up through my childhood, she made a good chocolate chip cookie, but each batch was like a little bit different. You'd have good batches.
Yeah, that's true.
Some were cooked a little bit differently.
Right.
But I mean, they were all pretty good. But they, every now and then you'd get like a really good batch. And then, you'd get like a good batch.
Yeah, mediocre
really
batch.
Good. Chocolate chip ratio is a little bit off. You'd have the cookies with like no chocolate chips in it. You're like, She's perfected it.
She has.
Every batch is the same. Mm-hmm. I don't know what the process was. Maybe we can ask her at some point.
Yeah.
But yeah, every batch is consistent and consistently great. So,
and
yeah.
It all starts with taking a stick of butter out of the fridge.
Yep. So that's when you know.
So, yeah. It's like you'll suddenly walk through the kitchen and you see this stick of butter that's just warming up on the counter, and you go, oh,
Yeah, well, she's funny because she'll get annoyed. Every now and then I'll walk downstairs. I'm like, you know what we haven't had in a while? Some chocolate chip cookies. And she's like, good actor. Acting. She's like, always. She's like, I don't have time for this. I don't have time to make chocolate chip cookies. I can't just make chocolate chip cookies whatever you want. And later that night, you'll see the stick of butter out there. You'll hear the KitchenAid mixer going, and you'll walk out there and be like, "What's she doing?" She's like, "Nothing, making something else." I'm like, yeah, okay.
Okay.
And a couple minutes later, there's some chocolate chip cookies on the table. So she's a good actor. But
does that count? Are we back in Trisha's good graces?
I think so.
For some praise?
I think so.
Anybody else? Does anybody else have any suggestions about food that it's much better the way you make it at home?
Diane says, lobster and clam boils made in my backyard with all the good stuff that goes along with it, sitting under the tree with an adult beverage. You can't get that at a restaurant. That's true.
Good
there aren't
point.
many restaurants with trees.
No.
Rainforest Cafe.
Yes.
But they don't serve
I would recommend
lobster and clams.
Yeah.
So, but that is very true. That is very true.
So Diane's with us.
Yes. Oh, yeah, that's right.
The back surgery.
Yeah. How did it go?
How
are you feeling?
you?
I don't think I've only had lobster once. It was
Really?
here. Yeah, it was here.
Wow.
And I said I wasn't a huge fan, so that's why I don't really order it out. Clams, though, I haven't had clams out, but I've had mussels.
Mussels.
And I enjoyed it.
You enjoyed what? 2 plates of it?
Oh, I don't know. Well, me and Sarah were sharing.
We went to an Italian restaurant in the north end of Boston. Great.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that place. Yeah.
And we ordered the appetizer, and these two just enjoyed those mussels.
But we split it, so technically
Yeah.
we had a plate each. So
Okay.
don't be ridiculous, Peter. Don't be ridiculous. But yeah,
I'm your father. That's my job.
I guess that's true.
Time for Braley's Bizarre But True. And this was the story that might have raised some eyebrows that I mentioned it when I mentioned it at the beginning. It's sad when marriages end in divorce, but at least this one only involves one person. A Brazilian model who married herself last year because she was disappointed with all of her previous relationships has decided to split from herself. She is 34 years old, Chris Galera. She married herself in an actual wedding ceremony last September after finding out there was no law prohibited her from doing it. But now, 6 months later, she's decided that a committed relationship is not just for her, and she wants to return to the single party life, especially because it's Carnival in Brazil. She explains, I decided to marry myself in the first place as I was very disappointed and I didn't want any kind of relationship with anyone anymore. That's when I said, I'm going to marry myself. She adds, I didn't divorce myself because I got tired of myself. I like to have a very solid reason, and the partying life is why.
I'm so confused.
I wonder if this costed her. I wonder how much it has
Well,
cost
if it's
her.
like a legal thing, right? You got to pay
Right.
some sort of fee.
I would think so.
I don't.
And I'm sure it sounds
Was
like
it worth it?
sounds like she had a whole wedding ceremony, a reception.
There's nothing wrong with me. I just need
I need my space.
I need the single life again. Yeah. It's like, well, you're the same. It's the same situation.
Yeah.
Could have avoided all this, by just living the single life without marrying yourself.
I have so many questions. It's like when she married herself. I mean, did they have a first dance? I mean,
That's true.
what do you do? Just stand
The Cotton Eye Joe or something? Something you could do by yourself. Now, it's got to be like for the story, right? Like it's got to be to go viral, right?
Yeah.
You don't do this.
Isn't that what people do nowadays?
If like social media doesn't exist, you're not doing this, right?
Good point.
I don't think so. I hope
Good
not.
point. Yeah.
I mean, unless it's a very, I don't know, like self-love. You're like, I'm going to marry myself.
Yeah.
But like the whole divorce thing and
then divorcing yourself.
It's just weird. Gail says, so is she returning the gifts she received? That's true. Like, do you make a wedding registry for yourself? And at that point, people are just buying you presents.
I know. Thank God there are no kids. Can you imagine the custody battle?
Yeah. Mia says if it was to marry someone else, that would make sense. But there is nothing saying she can't date and be married if she approves of her own lack of monogamy.
Right.
It's true. That's what I thought originally. Is like she married herself to make this statement, this thing that's cool, and maybe she found love. So she was like, "I'm going to divorce myself so I can marry somebody else." But it's to return to the party life. Can't you still party just as a married to yourself individual? I don't know.
Who are you cheating on? Are you cheating on yourself?
It's the principle, Pete.
I guess
you wouldn't understand.
No,
you wouldn't
no.
understand.
That'll do it.
I don't.
Yeah. Shake my head.
Yeah.
That'll do it for today. Stand by. We'll be back in just a bit with the post show.
Can't be too long of a post show. Somebody's got to pack and get ready to go.
I'm already packed, except I don't know.
Toiletries.
Oh, toiletries. Got to do the toiletries.
Need your toothbrush, Pete.
That's right. And I got to remember to take my watch and my belt, take all that stuff, put it in the backpack. So I don't want to deal with it when I'm in line.
No, that's the best travel hack right there.
The only thing I did, and please hold me to this and nag me to get it done when I get back.
Oh, yeah.
Our good friend Mary Jane, who's traveling with us, by the way, our good friend Mary Jane was like, oh, go and get the TSA pre-check.
Yeah.
I forget how much money it is, but it's good for 5 years. And that way you don't have to take off your shoes and do all this stuff in line. And all I had to do was call them and make an appointment to go 30 minutes down the road, if that, to get approved.
Yep.
And I never did it.
Shout out, Pete. What a guy.
I never did it.
Yeah.
So
you do have to do it. It'd probably make especially your life a lot easier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So now Trish and I get to go through security at the airport.
Luckily, I mean, you're going to 2 non-busy airports. So
this is true.
Should be all right.
Providence and Norfolk. So anyway, if you do have to go, have a great day, and I'll see you soon. All right. We leave you the thought for the day, and our thought is success at anything will always come down to this: focus and effort, and we control both. We'll be right back.
We back.
Hello. Where'd we go? I'll just give him a chance to scroll back and see some chats we might have missed.
And breathe,
And breathe. Take the, we used to call these cans. I don't know why, but take the cans off, just relax.
Just relax for a second, man. Just vibe. Gives me a chance to scold Pete for anything he did wrong during the show. No, I'm just kidding. He's such a perfect little host over there.
I wouldn't say perfect.
He did take off the headphones and he was like, "Hey, I'm sorry about the props, man." I was like, "I was just kidding." Like, I just didn't know. I was more shocked because I didn't know how you snuck that much stuff in without me knowing.
I have good pockets in the desk.
I guess, but I mean, there was like a cup
in
there.
Little cup.
Thank God we don't. We used to keep like razor blades in that drawer.
Oh, I wouldn't
Thank God you didn't like throw razor blades. He pulls it out, his hand's bleeding. He's like, "We keep razor blades in there, by the way." That's what I was a little nervous about that. I thought they were in that cup.
And they're very sharp.
I was like, please don't. We don't need blood on the Pete Braley Show. That would
blood.
make a very interesting situation with HR. I don't even know how that would happen. Anyways.
So yeah, we're flying out at 3:20 today.
Weird.
Which is I never traveled that late.
Yeah.
So
I wonder if it'll be nice.
We'll find out.
Different.
I'll let you know.
Different. Anyways, I did miss this before. Diane said yesterday's surgery went well, although it ran long. It was about a 5-hour surgery. I feel quite good today, actually trying to get them to let me go home since Scott can be my private duty nurse.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Her husband's in healthcare.
Well, we're glad it went well.
Yes.
That is very long, though. That's crazy.
For
5 hours.
I don't know. For back surgery? I don't know.
I mean, I don't know the normal length, but 5 hours. That's,
right.
That's
a long time.
We're glad everything went well. More junk drawer stuff, I think.
Okay.
Mia says, I feel like my junk drawer is the home for things like where else would I put batteries? That's really what it is, right? And I feel like we have it everywhere. Like I know in my bedroom, I have a drawer that's just like, when you're organizing things, you make piles, right? But then it's like, okay, but where do I put, I'm trying to think of something random. Where do I put this thing of hand sanitizer that I'm never going to carry anywhere?
Right.
So it's like the bottom drawer of my nightstand. It's just like I have some candy in there, which I'm told I should throw that away so that ants don't.
Probably, yeah.
I thought it's sealed. I didn't think it'd be a problem, but I'll probably throw it away anyway.
You're right, though. I do have, for me, it's the top drawer of my armoire.
Oh, very fancy.
I don't know how to have an armoire.
French.
So you're right. There's like extra shoelaces in there.
Yeah. A perfect example. I have a travel size thing of Tums.
Okay.
I don't really take Tums all that much. Not a big Tums guy.
Good.
I know you are. You're a big Tums supporter.
Well, I don't know if it's the coffee or something gets like indigestion.
I don't know. I'm not a big Tums guy, but I have a travel size. It basically, my junk drawer in my bedroom is stocking stuffers that you guys got me that I will probably never use. That's the truth of it. That's where I get the travel size Tums and the hand sanitizer. Yeah,
I can see that.
That's it right there.
Trying to think of what
things
else
you don't know where they go.
Yeah, and I've got there's a chapstick in there. There's a shoehorn.
Yeah,
like you said, there's just
random stuff. Oh yeah, the top drawer.
Random stuff.
Whenever you can't find anything, we're like, did you check the drawer?
Yeah. Where's my wallet? Did you check the back of the drawer?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All the time. Let's see. Mia also had the miscellaneous keys that she was given. She said they ignored them all. I don't even think I have a house key, she says. Well, you should probably have a house key.
Yeah,
you should probably do that. But yeah, a jar of keys. That would stress me out.
So if you missed it, when Mia and her hubby bought their house in Pennsylvania, it was an estate sale. So the bank gave them a collection. All these keys were there. We don't know what they are. So.
Are there hidden passages? Maybe you're sitting on some treasure, Mia.
Have you seen those?
Have you looked?
Have you seen those TikTok videos of people remodeling their homes and discovering a safe?
Yeah, but I can't stand them because they're like...
They make a series.
They're like, come back for part 17 when I open this next door. It's not the door, but it's the next door. Yeah, and then you get to part like 45, and they're like, look at this empty room. And it's like, I waited this long for an empty room. So I haven't seen much lately. I think all the people with the secret passageways made their TikToks already. And that's a wrap on that. I haven't seen some in a while.
Now that you say that, I don't know if I've seen the reveal on any of the...
It's like when someone has a good story and they take 3 hours to tell it because they know that you're waiting for the payoff. And they know they have your attention. Mm-hmm. They're just holding on to it. But they're never actually going to give you the payoff because they want to hold on to the attention for dear life. Can't stand those people.
Crazy.
If you got a story, tell it, move on, get another good story.
Yes, thank you.
Anyways, did I miss anything? If I missed anything and anyone wants to jump in here.
Yeah, feel free. We'll stay with you for another minute or so here.
Justin says, I feel like those videos are so fake. Yeah, like... I don't know if they purposely make a fake place, but like they just find a place that looks interesting and they're like, oh, come back. Like I saw some kid was like, I found this random treasure chest in this house that I bought. It's like, no, you probably bought a treasure chest and like, I don't know.
Scuffed it up.
Yeah, scuffed it up, dumped some coffee on it and rusted out the lock. I don't know. People are dumb.
You just don't know who to believe. You just don't know.
What was I going to say though? Lost. Oh, like people that make. Have you seen TikToks of people that make hidden doors? Like they'll make a door with a bookcase in front of it.
No,
it just looks like so much work.
They honestly do that to create the video.
Yeah, they well, no. Like this isn't like to keep you going, but they're showing the process of them making a hidden door, and it's like that just seems like a lot of work for just like a bedroom. It's just like a normal bedroom, but it's behind a bookcase. kind of a heavy door now.
I guess.
I don't know. Gail says there is a hidden door in my attic to get to another part of the attic. What's inside? Is it locked? What's inside? Treasure? Is there treasure?
Could be treasure.
Make a TikTok series, Gail.
You never know.
Do it.
Of course, I'm sitting here complaining about these videos.
Yeah.
And I'm the same guy who's watched 9 seasons of Oak Island.
Yeah. That's like the ultimate TikTok scheme.
The Curse of Oak Island on the History Channel. There's a legend that there's a buried treasure on this island in Canada. Mm-hmm. And these 2 brothers, Marty and Rick Lagina, have actually, they read about it in 1965 in Reader's Digest, and they just got sucked into this to the point where now they have bought land on the island. I think they own most of the island. They run a touring company, Oak Island Tours. They have the #1 cable show on the History Channel. But the joke around the house is, because I'll say, Oak Island's on tonight. And I never watch it live, by the way, because it's just always coming up.
Yeah.
Will this? So I watch it on Wednesdays, and I fast forward through all
I know,
that stuff.
every Wednesday after the show. Charlie, we got Oak Island to watch. Every Wednesday.
And all they find is more wood.
Yeah. Well, it makes you wonder, like, is there ever going to be treasure? Or did the History Channel find just a great way to make money?
Yeah.
Just keep on dumping some random pieces of wood places.
But they do find, they'll find something that just keeps you into it,
Yeah. But that's like the Ghost Hunters show. It's like, are ghosts real? Yes, I do think that.
So?
Yeah, I think that there's probably ghosts. But are those shows real? I don't know. They got to create something to get people. You can't have a giant abandoned factory that makes no noises.
Right.
You can't, because that would be a disappointment. So I feel like they're probably milking that.
I have a couple of friends who are into the. They do that. They go ghost hunting. They have the EMF, EMF monitors and all that stuff. They swear they've heard stuff.
No, but like I think that that's true. I'm just saying the ones that are being filmed for, I forgot what channel those are on, but like AMC or whatever.
They're all over now.
Yeah, but like the ones that are being filmed for a massive audience, you need some sort of payoff. So those, I don't know if I believe that every single sound that they hear is legit, because I think maybe they need to construct a story. Not saying that it's not real. I'm not saying ghost hunting isn't real.
No.
Just saying that I don't know if I trust those shows, because their job is to make money with a story.
Right.
You can't have an hour-long episode where they hear absolutely nothing.
Right. And you can't have a whole hour of, what's that?
I don't know. That's my thought.
Yeah.
That's my opinion on ghost hunters.
All right.
Hopefully, I'm not haunted. I didn't say I don't believe. I just said I don't believe in those shows. Okay. And if anything, the ghosts should be on my side, because these shows are trying to monetize the ghosts.
Yep. The ghosts are being exploited.
If anything, I'm representing the ghosts.
Yep.
In this battle.
Yep.
Anything else?
No, I think I'm good.
You excited for your trip?
I am.
Yeah.
I am. I always get. I'm not afraid to fly.
Yeah.
Ever since I went out on that aircraft carrier.
Oh yeah, true. That was probably the most intense flight you've ever been on.
That's a good way to describe it.
Yeah.
Yeah. The mayor of New Bedford at the time, who's now left us, Mayor Fred Kalis, he and I flew out to the Roosevelt before 9/11. Mm-hmm. And so we went out on a press trip, and sure enough, from Norfolk, we got onto a C-130, right?
I don't know.
No, not a C-130.
Not a plane expert.
Yeah, the one that delivers the mail out to the ships and all this.
Oh, the mail plane.
Yeah, the mail. Mm-hmm. So we went out onto this, we got on this plane, which was really stripped down. I mean, it's not like you were on a JetBlue airline with all the comfort and everything.
Yeah.
It's like you're sitting backwards in a plane, and you can see all the hydraulic wires and everything along the wall.
Military comfort doesn't exist, right?
Yeah.
Right? Military folk?
Air conditioning, what's that?
Yeah.
So I can remember us flying, and all of a sudden, Fred gets my attention, and he says, look out there. So I look out the window, and there is an aircraft carrier, like that big. And I'm like, we're going to land this?
See, that's also a tough situation, because you're like, well, I can't go back now. Like,
no.
You can't. There's no saying no at this point. You're landing on that little thing, whether you like it or not.
So then, we circle and we get lower, and, it's like, I think they told us, brace yourself. So, we brace ourselves, and then all of a sudden, big rush of the engine. It comes down, and then all of a sudden, we're going back up.
Ooh.
So
Missed the cable.
I later found out that it was what do they call it? It was a flawed deck. Somebody was still on the deck.
Oh.
Or there was something was in the wrong place.
Interesting.
So it was like we came down, and then they were like, "Oh, we can't go," and we went back up. So we circled around, and of course, my stomach's now in my throat.
Yeah.
Fred and I made a gentleman's agreement that whoever threw up, the other one would not tell the story.
Okay.
That would stay with us.
You're telling the story. You haven't offered the details, but
What?
see, I knew that part of the story, and I was wondering if you were going to say that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
you better not say who threw up, because then
nobody did.
You're ruining the pack.
Nobody did. Nobody did.
I don't know if I believe you.
We started to sweat through our shirts, though. Let me
That's
tell you
what
that.
you're contractually obligated to say. I don't know if I believe you.
We sweat through our shirts. So anyway, we flew around and we landed. We caught the tail hook. I have a certificate upstairs. I am a member of the tail hook club.
Nice.
And honest to God, prior to that flight, I used to get nervous about flying. I used to think, I hope I don't get sick or anything.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, hey, whatever.
Yeah. I like flying.
Yeah.
I really do like flying. The takeoff and landing are my favorite parts.
Is it?
Yeah, because it's, I don't know, when you're up there, it's like, whatever. Like when you get up in the clouds, like
above the clouds?
Like once you get above the clouds, you're like, oh, this is cool. And then you spend like another hour above the clouds, and you're like, I don't really care anymore. But then when your landing is very cool. Seeing everything from above is really cool. And then, I don't know, I enjoy not critiquing the pilots. Shout out to the pilots.
Yes.
But I like the different landings. Like whenever you talk to someone after your flight, how was your flight?
landing?
How was your landing?
Yeah.
Like the last flight I was on, pretty rough. It was pretty rough landing. But yeah, no, I like flying.
All right, so we're off. And so tomorrow, check out, we'll have Matt and Justin.
I'm running the show.
I'll
be telling you the national days, and I'll be telling you the random question for you today.
I'm curious to see, because
are you nervous at all?
I'm not saying I wrote the show, but I mean, I put some stuff together, and I said, here's some stuff you guys can talk about if you want. And of course, bring up anything you want to.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see, like, your take on my stuff.
Today is National Pelican Day. Shout out to all our Pelican viewers out there.
By the way, there's nobody on the celebrity birthday list tomorrow because I couldn't find anybody you would know.
Oh. Well, I mean, maybe we should do that. Maybe just give me everyone I don't know. But then, yeah. Hopefully I pronounce their names correctly.
So am I going to... Hey, I can be in the chat tomorrow.
You could. You could. That'd be funny.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
That's a lot of pressure. Boss is watching, Justin. We better not mess up.
I may not.
Are you nervous at all? Why not? You should be in the chat. Oh, you want to sleep in?
Well, I don't know. I have not slept too much lately.
This guy. Sleep is always an excuse with you. All right.
I don't know what we're doing.
If you're not in the chat, I'm going to say whatever I want to say. You ain't going to do nothing.
I don't know if Liam's going to preschool tomorrow.
I don't know.
I mean, if Liam stays home, I'm not sleeping that late.
You nervous to give me the realms? The reins?
The reins?
The realms.
The reins?
The reins.
The keys to the
I already
car?
failed my audition. I just failed. I called it the realms.
No,
I don't even know what that means.
I can honestly say I'm not nervous. I do trust you.
Yeah.
I mean, you
I'm
don't.
going to run this thing into the ground, baby.
You don't let me wander too much. You're always like, don't
That's
go
true.
there.
That's
don't
true.
go there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited. It's going to be fun. It's going to be different. Hopefully you guys tune in tomorrow.
So we'll check that out.
I go live. Nobody's here. I'm like, okay, so they really are just here for Pete. Okay. I get it. Yeah.
All right, that's going to do it. Have a good couple of days. I will see you back here. I'll be back in this chair on Wednesday.
Yeah. I will see you tomorrow.
All right.
Don't be late.
No matter what, don't you be late. No matter what, go out and make it a great day.
Peace.